I categorise my life up until now into two parts, my old life and my new life, and today I want to share a little bit about my old life and how I was robbed by a relationship. I grew up in this church and I've been involved in music for as long as I can remember. Some of my best memories are that of a sense of belonging here at Papster, right from childhood through to my teens. I had a pretty good connection with God, and conversations with Him came naturally and frequently. Unfortunately, I made a stupid decision when I was 18 and I moved in with my boyfriend. I didn't think it was a dumb decision at the time. It was more a matter of convenience because he lived closer to where I worked and his family were really nice to me. My boyfriend, although he was brought up in the church, didn't really take the whole Christianity thing seriously. So it wasn't long before we were skipping church and drifting away from our Christian friends. For whatever reason, he didn't like me being involved in music and singing. So to please him, I stopped. This was really hard for me because singing and serving was part of my makeup, part of who I was designed to be. He didn't like my church friends either. In fact, he didn't like many people. This bugged me, but being the peacekeeper and having no other way of getting to church, I just bit my tongue and carried on with the relationship. A few years later, I found myself married to him, which kind of just happened and I went along with it, even though I knew deep down that it was a colossal mistake. But by that stage in the relationship, I'd become more withdrawn and unsure of myself, and most of all, I was used goods, and I figured that no one else would want me now anyway. I didn't have many friends anymore, and my whole life just consisted of going to work and coming home. And if we did have a social life, it was with his family and his friends. I really missed church. I missed my friends. I missed music. And I felt robbed. Just 5 months after our wedding, turns out the guy that I'd married had a rather nasty secret that he was keeping. And it changed everything. I told no one for months. I had a few choice words with God though, asking him how he could have let me get married and then realising that it was my own stupid fault for not listening to God in the first place. I had a choice to make, a really hard decision to make, but I had no inner strength or confidence to make it. There were some days that I thought that I'd just have to live with the misery because the embarrassment of going through a divorce at such a young age was something that I wasn't prepared to go through. And the shame it would bring on both of our families, I just couldn't face it. I recall one night pleading with God to rescue me. I said, Lord, you make me feel the way that you want me to feel, because I was powerless and broken. In that moment, a wave of peace came over me. Now you hear of this sort of thing happening and you wonder what it looks like or what it means, but for me, it was a peace that settled my inner spirit and helped me to think rationally and with reason. The next day I called my mum and I told her what happened. She dropped everything and she came over. Not once did she say, I told you so. Each day after that prayer, things got easier. I made the decision to walk away from the marriage. Strangely, it was really easy to walk away, and I can only put that down to God's strength in me. The rest is history. When my church friends found out about the separation, they rallied around me, supported me, and loved me unconditionally. It was overwhelming. You'll never know how grateful I am to this church family for making it so easy for me to transition back to the things I love, like singing and music, and just experiencing biblical community. It's not like I never made a stupid mistake again. I made heaps of mistakes following that marriage, but I'm grateful for my new life, and for my now husband who loves me and my voice and my friends and my God. And I'm grateful for God who becomes more real and amazing every day. I think I'm probably the luckiest woman on earth. I'm very blessed.